evils of TikTok are going to be exposed in this video. Stick around, you're gonna be shocked, you're gonna be terrified, and let me tell you this, your lives will probably not, your lives aren't gonna change, they're probably gonna remain the same, but it's very interesting nonetheless. Believe it or not, TikTok, one of the fastest growing social media companies in history, actually sat down at a board meeting and discussed what to do with a huge problem. Me. I haven't really talked about this yet, but I am constantly asked why I don't post on the social media platform TikTok. Now, there are a couple of reasons. Number one, Xi Jinping and I are not on speaking terms, so I don't post on his social network. But on top of that, I'm just not really allowed to. I am very banned. We all know TikTok is the fastest growing social media platform to date. It has very much infiltrated its way into the minds of young people, particularly the under 20s, like nothing before. According to Business Insider, the median time spent each day on TikTok by teens who use the app is an hour and 52 minutes. That's an hour and 52 minutes staring at a phone with all of these different types of extremely short, sharp, quick videos designed to hook you into the app, designed to release dopamine in your brain and make sure that you don't take your eyes off this particular app. And that compares to the 1 minute that they spend on Facebook, the 10 minutes on Snapchat, and the 16 minutes per day on Instagram. TikTok blows all of these other social media networks out of the water without a doubt. And it continues into adulthood. We know of many adults who actually use TikTok all the time. Now, as a content creator, yes, I'm very fancy. I don't like short form content. I find it very, I don't know, there's just something about a very quick video with you at the top and then subtitles, and they have to be in yellow so people don't click off, and there's got to be a video game at the bottom of some fucking truck trying to jump a gap, and so it keeps everyone's attention because everyone's a fucking idiot. Just don't like that part of it. And I don't like skits either. I've never been a fan of making comedy skits, but alas, I digress, all right? This is not about what I do and what I don't like. This video is about the facts. Now, I started making TikToks a number of years ago, and I went quite well on the platform. I think up until about 2021-ish, I had about 600,000 followers on TikTok. I was posting clips from comedy shows, clips from videos, all that type of shit. 600K followers. I was doing okay. But then, all of a sudden, after a few minor indiscretions, it all fell apart. Originally by TikTok, I was welcomed onto the app. They contacted me and said, hey, do you want a blue tick? And I was like, fuck yeah, bro, I want a blue tick. And I went over and started making content and they gave me a blue tick, so I'm better than all of you already. But something happened. When they really cemented themselves in the West, they decided to really change how they operated. They made it available to everyone for a period of time, and everyone started using the app. And then once they were in, once they infiltrated, they decided to get rid of anyone who didn't really fit the mold for what the alleged plans were from the Chinese Communist Party. I'm just saying, it's a bit sus, guys, at TikTok. It's a bit fucking sus. TikTok started banning people. Anyone who didn't play ball with the community guidelines were fucking gone. But the story of why I was banned for good is actually really good for my ego. It all began with this gorgeous lady. Memories. There was this particularly overweight human being who happened to have a rather large gullet that was dripping down around her knees. And I decided to say, well, that's pretty fucking gross. That's not body positivity. Sort that shit out.
Here's your reminder that you don't need a flat stomach to rock low-rise jeans.
Right, I'm going to be a real dick here and just say this for all the dudes out there.
Hello.
Ladies, I know you have your own examples of these unrealistic body expectations, etc., etc. But I feel like the body positivity movement is an excuse for ladies and some men to just be lazy.
I still agree, all right? Now that got me in trouble. That got me my first threat of being banned. And in fact, apparently that lady in that first clip, she responded to me and I've never seen it, so let's have a look at it.
Oh, Isaac, you don't need to announce that. Like, we already know. Quick question.
Is this not you?
Last year, Netflix cancelled his stand-up special. That's not true. It was just a marketing ploy from us. Due to anti-Semitic comics he'd made, I made a joke about Jewish people. If I made that joke now, I'd probably be fucking congratulated by everyone who you associate with, lady. So anyway, I'll just move on swiftly.
The man who lost a Netflix deal because you couldn't keep your anti-Semitic remarks to yourself?
It's a joke, not a remark. Anyway, whatever.
The person who is so upset just because I posted my body on the internet?
No, it's you saying that you're sexy and it's me saying, don't be silly. That's ridiculous. And you're encouraging other people to have ridiculous opinions and not improve themselves. But that's my opinion.
That's embarrassing. Anyways, I'd love to stay in chat, but I don't want to stay in chat. Here's my body one last time though, because like I really...
Okay, it looks like you're carrying two twins in two different stomachs. That's all I'm gonna say. Now that video was posted a couple of years ago. I'd never seen it until then. So I'm glad she had the time to respond to me. Maybe you could use that, I'm not even gonna say what you should use that time for. Good on you, love. I'm sure you're doing great. And from that point, when I uploaded that video, more and more videos started getting taken down. And there was nothing I could really do about it. They just started getting flagged and hit, and I was pretty much fucked. I think though the videos I did make on the app were all talking pretty common sense. But I guess the reason they were reported was because of the people who call TikTok home. The most ridiculous human beings in the world. The woke people, the Gen Z people, all these type of people, they love TikTok. They spend all their time there and they want to keep it a safe little space with their very far left opinion. The next warning that I got from TikTok was because I made a video about vegan booty. Now, vegan booty and I have had ongoing debates and back and forths and making fun of each other for years. I was very surprised that was deemed hate speech or bullying. The problem with everything being deemed as hate speech and bullying and harassment is I started to get stand-up clips taken down because of bullying and harassment. That is ridiculous. It's a comedian's job to bully and harass. All jokes bully and harass someone, and if they don't, they're a shit joke. But the reason that I was banned for the fourth or fifth and final time on TikTok and had my entire account, which at this point had nearly 1 million followers, removed, was because, well, of this video where I said men can't get pregnant.
This is an image of a Calvin Klein advertisement showing off a pregnant man. Okay, just let me put this out here, and I know this is going to upset some people. Pregnant men don't exist, okay? They're women. Okay, now I've told you that. Wake up to yourselves.
That comment right there ruined my TikTok life. It's very, very sad. And it actually ruined a friendship too. This lady who I was friends with, who's a creator that I knew very well, she told me that, you know, and I will never forget this quote. She said, you can't say things like that because the science is changing. No, dickhead. No, it's not. So I get banned, account taken down, but thankfully my manager at the time had a very good friend who worked at TikTok. And they chatted and he was going to sort it out. But it never came to fruition because of what happened in the TikTok Australia office, allegedly. He made me aware that I caused such a rift at TikTok, just me being there, that they had to call in all the heavies, all the big bad bosses from TikTok Australia to sit around a desk and talk about what to do with little old me. Now, I imagine that meeting spent the first 15 minutes going through everyone's pronouns, and then they got down to brass tacks and talked about this bearded fuck. And their decision, which we all know, was to ban me. All of these people employed by the Chinese Communist Party, allegedly. Xi Jinping was probably there on bloody FaceTime saying, get rid of him, he's a bastard. They decided that I needed to go. They sat there around a table, probably crying, saying, we need to get rid of this guy because he's such a mean old bully. The messages that I spread saying men can't get pregnant are damaging, they're dangerous. I've tried to make other accounts since then, and every single one has been taken down. My most recent, which has like 15,000 followers, I stopped posting because every video got taken down. Also, by the way, my final banning happened 2 weeks after I made a video about TikTok's connection to ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, and the Chinese Communist Party. And yeah, that's probably not related at all. I guess the reason I made this video is because we need to know about the shadowy figures that make decisions about what content you see. There are people who might have been to university for 2 years and think they know what you should be allowed to see and what you shouldn't. be allowed to see. And that's fucking hilarious. This happens in Australia all the time. The East Safety Commissioner tried to get Elon Musk to take videos down off X just last week because they decided that it was in the public's best interest not to see them. In fact, they decided to fine him. Apparently, you can just fine Elon Musk if you want. I might send him a fucking invoice too. I wouldn't mind a bit more dosh. And what rises to the top on TikTok? Far left progressive opinions. Could it be that somebody's trying to undermine our society? Possibly. Look at the kids, they're all addicted to their phones, and these are the pieces of information that they're getting. They're becoming more far left, and it's a genuine problem. It creates more weak human beings than ever before. More weak men. That's why I wrote Betterman. All right? Grab your copy now. It's out on May the 1st. You can pre-order it though. There's reasons we've sold thousands of copies of that particular book. Men are fucked at the moment. It's really bad and it's only getting worse. And weak men destroy masculinity and women hate weak men, and it creates this divide between the sexes, and then everyone's at fucking war. War leads to death and destruction and bombs and nuclear bombs, and because I was taken off TikTok, the world's going to end. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought of this video and the decision by TikTok to remove this prick. It's very, very interesting. But anyway, I am on tour right now across regional Australia. I'm then heading to the US. I'm then heading back to Australia to the capital cities and then the UK in the new year. So I will see you all very soon. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.